Hold your head up, it's Cassie Sasfigile. The time is now today.
Good morning, Mama Zodwa, how are you doing?
Morning, Tembega. I'm fine, thank you.
So hello everybody who's joining us on this Zoom platform. Hello everybody who's joining us all over the world. Yes, I say all over the world because we are available on all your social media platforms. So as you know, we have a couple of people that partner with us, that sponsor the show, and being on this virtual platform, they can't really interact with us as well as we usually do. But you do know we do have Udu Confidence Designs. She does sponsor us with her beautiful clothing items. We do have Usbo from Ismo Daily Creations that sponsor us with their beautiful jewelry pieces. We also have Artistic Soul Agency, who does the artwork that you might have seen advertising these episodes. And we do have obviously Ikhono Communications, Ikhono Exclusive Furniture rather, that sponsors us with their beautiful furniture. Now the lady Okwana Namhlanje is very special in that regard, and I'm so excited to have this conversation now, and I'm truly honored just as part of the 100% Talk Show. So I would like to introduce our guest for Namhlanje without any further ado. So Zodwa Msimang is eThekwini's business icon, having worked with the world's greats on some of the most biggest events ever to hit the SA shores. She is a woman of stature and a woman of faith. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Umam Zodwa Msimang.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tembega, for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity to chill with you. Icon.
Receive it.
I locked down in Kosimpela.
So then, without wasting any time, let's just get straight to it. Uzodwa, uqhamukapi, where are you from? Where did you grow up? Where were you born? What is your story before the Zodwa that we know right now?
All right. Zodwa waseSinqawini.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I grew up Mashu Township, F section la Payanga say Tolo ka F, and I did go to my primary education foundation and primary school. I went to Mashu. And then also I did half of my high school education in Ngabagazulu. And I proceeded to Kwadlangezo High School in Pangeni to do my standard 9 and 10, which is now grade 11 and 12. Yes.
Okay.
So up Damashuge, and of course, when you were introducing me, you said I'm a woman of faith, which is actually very true. That's my grounding, and I'm really, really, really so grateful to my parents for having insisted.
Right.
So what you now see on TV is the church exhibition ngokuthi isondolo zalo. That's where my foundation for faith was built. So then after matriculating, then I went to the University of Zululand, where I was obviously formally trained in communications and psychology. And I mean, at the time, like parents would be like, the communication and psychology, so rather do a diploma education, which was a 1-year diploma, which is called a university education diploma. Ongoing at the time, so I did that. Like everybody else, in my second office, but I did eventually manage to get to school in Afundisa. The name of the school was called San Francisco School. So I left teaching. I got an opportunity to join an organization, a consultant in marketing and public relations and change management, so to say. This was now early 90s. It was 92. So I managed to get an opportunity to join that organization. It was called Management and Marketing Renaissance. As I was working there, obviously I was, developing my skills and senza imsebenzi which gravitated more towards public relations and eventing. So it's a transformation. So Enterprise magazine that was headed by Ubaba Utami Mazwai, who's also an icon in Black economic and empowerment and small business development. We started doing forums every month where we would invite different leaders, especially Black leaders at the
Right.
time to come and talk about whatever sector that they were involved in. So obviously we were doing this thing on a monthly basis, and I was like, okay, I think I like, putting together
This
stuff.
element, yeah.
Events. I like my elements, and to see the whole thing and the rush and the excitement of seeing the whole thing coming together. And of course, get the added advantage of connecting with really powerful people. Eventually, in 1999, when I had my first child, Ulwazi, and I had an opportunity to go on maternity leave for a few months, and then Manguyela, January. And I was like to my boss at the time, who happened to be my late husband, so it wasn't that complicated. So that's when I actually started now focusing mainly on my own business. But I mean, obviously I had been used in terms of all the intricacies of running a business, because I was working closely with him, quite a knowledgeable somebody. So that's when I started to get Ikhono Communications. Yeah.
So now that it has branched out, so I want you to let us know, Gutiga, how many divisions of Ikhono are there? But how did you go from that young inceptor to now a person who has a multi-divisional company,
Okay. It's been exponential. I really believe in pacing myself. You remember I said to you, this was in the year 2000 when I now started doing this on my own, and we had an opportunity to serve the royal household, which was like our biggest nightmare, but exciting still because of the nature.
An exciting nightmare. We love it. It's beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, no. Events, by their very nature, they are an exciting nightmare. Yeah. So, and then in 2005, I had an opportunity to be introduced to being part of the team that was managing an international event. It was called the World Chambers Congress. And I have to mention this because I think it's important for people to understand, if you believe in something, you must always insist, especially if it's going to give an opportunity to empower other people. The late Prince Sifiso Zulu, he was the president of the chamber at the time, and he insisted, there is no way that we're going to be hosting this event of an international nature and not give an opportunity to upcoming female entrepreneurs who are in the space of eventing and conferencing. I got that opportunity to be part of the team that was managing that international conference, and then suddenly my eyes opened to see what does it take to actually do an international conference. And then eventually, we were also blessed with an opportunity to do eThekwini, which was at the time, it was called Small Medium Enterprises, SMME Fair. So because we had an opportunity to work on the event, and it's also a passion of mine to see other people succeeding and growing, So the whole space, say entrepreneurship and small business development, just became a passion of mine. So I was like, no, we want to take this thing to the next level. As part of our proposal, we suggested that it should actually be rebranded to eThekwini Business Fair. Like any business, like you look at your future plans. So last year we went on a rebranding exercise because now we want to take our own business also to the next level. Now we want to look global space where we're not just focusing on South Africa. We want to look at the continent. I really do believe that Africa is indeed rising. Then in our rebranding, it's now called Ikhono Thrive Global, and you will notice there that our payoff line is anchored in Ubuntu, because we do not want to forget who we are. So we still kept Ikhono Communications, which is going to be largely focusing on public relations and marketing. And then we've got yours truly, Ikhono Exclusive Furniture Hire. Enhancing the look and feel of our events. And then we've got Ikhono Destination Management Company, which is largely in the tourism space. It's about traveling really. And then we've got LOM, event solutions.
Events. Right,
so
right.
yes, event solutions is largely around infrastructure, which is infrastructure and technical. And then we've got Ikhono Suite. So the idea is that eventually we would like to have our own venue where we can host our events.
Right.
So then we've got obviously Ikhono Foundation, which mostly deals with into social development. The main thrust is to empower them with knowledge in the area of financial literacy. Then obviously the other big thing is personal mastery. Because if you can't manage yourself, how are you going to manage everybody else?
Right. Yeah, what would be the 3 things that you would say which startups should really, really focus on?
I know to some people it might sound like a cliche, but you do have to be passionate about what you do. And the other thing also is discipline. Because I mean, if you're not disciplined, I don't know how you're going to do this. Because you come through really tough times. And I would imagine what's any other sector out there, there are sometimes instances where you are pushed and the discipline comes through. I remember also, I would never forget this, it was in 2009, the African National Congress hosted ENGC, eThekwini. So we produced the dinner, everything went well. And then the following morning, we were hosting top business people, and not just in the country, in the continent, because it was going to be addressed by the finance minister at the time. I get accreditation, and we had to go and sit at City Hall for, the dinner finished at 12, and the breakfast starts at 7. So obviously we have to be there an hour early at 6. But eventually we managed, but it was 5 o'clock in the morning. And then, and I have to say, I know you mentioned it was something that I mentioned for the foundation as well, financial management. You have to know how to manage your finances well in a business, because we don't want a situation whereby you are in business today and then the following, or in 2 or 3 years time. I think the research says mostly small businesses do not survive the first 3 years.
So how has your faith shaped your business journey as well?
I grew up as a Christian in a Christian home, and as I was mentioning, I went through the motions, the Sunday school, the youth, the choir, because I am a worshiper. And then in 2015, I started, taking this whole thing now seriously, taking it very seriously to say, okay, now I am a born again Christian, in that there's certain things that I would be doing before, but I now was like, no, that no longer, that lifestyle is no longer part of who I am. So it's been a beautiful journey, not without its challenges. I can mention that, it's out there in the public arena, that in 2016, I lost both my sister and my husband in 1 week, and it was such a dramatic time.
What are some of the lessons, whether business or personal lessons, that you have learned in this time of COVID-19?
Yeah, who would have known or thought we will be finding ourselves in this space as the world. So, coming back to Ikhono Thrive Global, largely we play in the space of tourism and eventing, and that has been largely affected. So that has pushed us to start, even though, it was something that we would do sometimes to have like hybrid meetings, but now I think we are forced to actually be looking at that solution as the only available solution for us to be able to move forward and host events. You're asking what I've learned about myself, that I can actually host conversation live on TV. We start. I have to mention this point because I think it's key. Ikhono Thrive Global is blessed to have the best team. We are all aligned. We know exactly where we are and we know where we want to go.
And so what is the future of Zodwa Msimang? What is the future of economic communications? What else can we expect from you? And how do we also get a hold of you?
I'm really confident that we will get through this, and then everything that we've wanted to implement for Ikhono Thrive Global and all those brands under Ikhono Thrive Global, we will still be able to implement. But then anything else that God directs me towards during this time, I am happy to pursue. There could be an element of ministry, but maybe not ministry as we know it. I think my life is a ministry. I'm passionate about the work of the foundation, so I might be spending more time also personally on the foundation side, because it's the empowerment of the youth and women, especially in the rural areas where the resources are not always readily available. So I might be driving that mostly, because for me that is ministry. I am available on Facebook and on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter, but not really that active. And then obviously a lot of activities for the business are available on Ikhono Thrive Global Facebook page, Instagram, and also we now obviously are active in YouTube. I mean, we've always had a YouTube channel, but I think it's now we're starting to be more active by posting. I host now, as I was saying, these ITG conversations every Thursday.
So thank you so very much. This has been absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much for having me, Thembeka. I mean, I think we obviously touch base on the business side where you offer a particular service, and it's been such a pleasure to be. I've seen your show before, and it's been such a pleasure to be part of your show, and allow me to wish you everything of the best in the future.
Thank you. Oh, I received that. Thank you to everyone who joined us today. And thank you to all those that are going to be watching this even afterwards. Thank you so much very much for following the show, for liking, for commenting, for sharing, for really coming along this journey with us. We've got 100% real people that are going to give you 100% real talk, like Zodwa Msimang, that are going to be coming up on our show. Once again, please do follow us on all of our social media platforms. Here are the details on the screen. Please do continue chatting to us. Let us know what you'd like to see. Let us know who you want to see. Let us know what kind of 100% real talk we can have with you, eThekwini. I love you so much, but remember, God loves you more. Bye.